Hey, what's up guys? I thought I would show the endgame to PSO2. Now, coming from someone who's played DFO a lot, I have to admit, I never really touched the endgame too much. It really just wasn't my cup of tea. Way too RNG dependent. I didn't really care for the gimmicks. So, getting into the endgame of this, which they just recently added, has actually been pretty refreshing. Now, granted, the endgame in this was pretty bad too. Back when they added these ultimate quests, basically it was trash because the only thing that dropped anything was the end boss. Like, the other enemies were completely irrelevant. What they did to change it is they nerfed the quest, they made it a little easier, and they also made it so that you can trade a currency and get the weapons that way instead of just being totally at the mercy of RNG, which is really nice. So basically the enemies here are like on steroids. They're on performance-enhancing drugs or something. They're a lot faster, they're much more aggressive than they are in the main game. Pretty standard quest format, you know, get points, kill shit, and get, you know, your bonus. Every time you clear it, you will get one longer crystal. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's another stone currency in this game, and once you get a couple hundred of them, you can get a 13-star weapon, which is a monumental improvement from the way it was before, because when they first released this quest, like, people were pretty much just, it was like Groundhog Day. People were just resetting until Anga, the end boss, would spawn, and, you know, you would kill it, and if it didn't drop anything, you would reset and do it again. Now there's, like, an actual purpose to going through the rest of the, you know, monsters and quests and stuff. Now, the drop rate for the 13-star weapons seems to be just as abysmally bad as it was before, but now that you can just clear the quest a bunch of times, you know, you can do it like 10, 20 times a day, you can have, you know, your, you know, 13-star weapon in a week. Which is not bad at all, because clearing this 20 times a day really doesn't take that much time. And if you have a full party and people are running optimized gear, which they should be because it's the endgame, you can go through it pretty fast. There are also daily quests that you can use to get the crystals as well. So if you just do the dailies, you can get, I think, like, maybe 5 or 6 of them. But, you know, if you just keep spamming it, you can get one for every S rank. I actually did the grind for the Coronia 13-star weapons back when they came out. It's actually this pair of knuckles that I'm using. I just unlocked the potential on it last night, actually. It's pretty much my first 13-star weapon, so I'm pretty attached to it, even though it isn't the best one out there. Like, as you can see, this is going pretty fast. I don't know if I'm going to get S rank because it's giving us a lot of bosses. And I think you need at least 20 kills for an S rank, but we'll see what happens. I really need to max out my hunter class so that I'm not such a blast cannon. It's been quite the grind. Like I said in my last video, like, using limit break here is just completely pointless. All you're gonna do is just piss off the people who are, you know, fighting with you. Now this is the boss that I was talking about, Anga. This used to be the only thing that mattered in this entire quest, which is why it was so bad. If this boss didn't spawn, your run was pretty much deemed a failure. Now you just kind of fight it, you know, and if you get the chance, you know, if it drops it, it's nice. It saves you some grinding, but it's not the be-all, end-all method to get it anymore, which is so much better than it was before. I did the ultimate quest for a couple days, and I got really burnt out on it. There really wasn't much of a point to doing it. The experience here is actually really bad in comparison to the other ways that you can level in this game. So having everything being tied to a boss with a shit drop rate really killed the game for a lot of people. And they just like barely fixed this month. Kind of interesting. I'm not sure why it took so long. Looks like everybody left. Of course, they have to leave, like, when I'm recording. Talk about the recording curse. With 17 points left, and these guys are huge HP sponges unless you've got a full party. Well, there you have it. I'm not sticking around with 2 people in the MPA. But yeah, that's basically a slice of the PSO2 endgame. Relatively painless. You definitely have to be on your toes. It is pretty intense, but the upside is you don't need coordination. You know, you don't need like a raid call going. There is no limit to how many times you can do this. You know, if you want to sit here and grind it out 200 times in one day, you know, you can get your 13 star in one day. Yeah, if you want to max out the elements, then you're going to have to, you know, do it 3 or 4 more times. But it's definitely much better than it was before. You know, I don't really like the DFO endgame. It really pisses me off. It's not something I really have ever wanted to do, so I never really had an optimized character in that game. Whereas in this game, I've got pretty decent gear. It's definitely getting a lot better over the past couple months that I've been playing this on and off. Anyway, see you guys later. Peace.